Hi, everybody. Hey, welcome to the show. We've got an interesting guest with us right now. We've got Daniel Hodges with us, folks. You saw his counterpart earlier today when we talked about the Goat Army situation. But we're going to dig in a little bit deeper because I've got him up here to talk about what they're doing in their booth. These guys is over there are teaching people how to flip cast to targets, correct?
Yes.
Before we go any further, give us a little backdrop on you, what you're doing, and how you got to where you are today.
All right. Well, like I said, Daniel Hodge, Sergeant First Class in the U.S. Army. I joined the Army in 2008 out of Virginia. Joined the Army. I was artilleryman actually at first. Throughout the years, I became a recruiter. 2012. I've been fishing my entire life. Everywhere from up north, pike, salmon, walleye. I love walleye fishing. Muskie, everything. I started bass fishing competitively in 2016, and it took off from there. Consumed everything I've done, and I fell in love with it. I got lucky enough in 2021 to get selected for the Army Outdoor Team, and it's been a fun ride, and I love it.
How does that selection process work? How does it evolve to where you get that opportunity?
So it's based off your skill. It came down to honestly knowing the right people at the right time. The NCO before me was leaving, so they're looking for a replacement, and just happened to talking to the right people at the right time, and really being confident in what you're doing.
And that worked.
Yeah, so far.
Well, I talked to your counterpart, and he said he was a better fisherman than you.
It goes back and forth. I think honestly, I think he is a little bit better fisherman than I am. But we both have our strengths. We have our weaknesses, and
he really didn't say that.
It's all good. I'll say it. I think he's a little bit better in some aspects. Definitely flipping and pitching. He's taught me some of that stuff.
Taught you a little bit of it. Well, you guys' booth is really kind of cool because you have a couple of those boards that are set up over there.
Yes.
And you bring in young people. I know you demonstrate. I see you're demonstrating, and then you bring in young people and get them involved in the casting side of it too.
Yep. So anybody's welcome, and we're teaching them how to flip. Flipping is a key aspect of fishing to get that target to exactly where you want that lure. And a lot of people are scared or intimidated by it. I was when I first started it too. But it's teaching you the foundation of it, the basics before you get into the side hand and underhand, all that stuff. Just learning the basics of the flipping. Teach them how to do it, and before they walk away, they're sinking holes.
Well, I know Josh seems to think he could whoop me flipping the docks, but I don't think he can do that. I think he'd be in trouble, to be honest with you.
We'll have to get you out there.
There you go. Open your mouth and put your foot in it, right? That being said, I have a little bit of video footage of some of the things that you're doing over there in your booth, and I find it pretty fascinating that these kids can stand there and you can take the time and patience to work through the backlashes and the mistakes and stuff. And I've seen both you and Josh stand there and patiently take it out, and then they'll become more and more confident. They'll throw a little further. I'm watching them. They'll do a little further, and they actually get it really in the hole.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
So one thing we do in the Army's taught us is crawl, walk, run. So the crawl phase is teaching the basics. The very basic is just the pendulum swing, and then the walk a little bit further, a little more motion, a little bit further, and then, like I said, the run, they're sinking holes.
And then, go ahead.
The backlashes, it's the patient. You have to have the patient. But both Josh and I were both NCOs, non-commissioned officers in the Army, and we're taught by the Army to be leaders, to instruct and train. So that's something we take the core of us being in the Army is training. The patience, and that's, I think, both of our very strong points within that.
Well, let's be honest about it. A lot of people, especially parents, when they take the kids out, they can get frustrated because it's not always easy to get something, to work the way you think it should. You've got all this time and energy involved in learning yourself, and you think, oh my God, this is so easy. And it isn't necessarily that easy. There's twists and turns that you have to learn.
Yes, definitely. And if you can understand that not everyone's going to learn as quick as you or pick it up, if you can understand that, then the frustrating moments, they're going to be frustrating, but you can deal with it and you can get through it. And once they get it, that makes it all worth it.
Well, you guys are doing an excellent job over there. I know that you even bring in the littlest children. The tiniest children come over there and you take the time and the effort to put a rod and reel in their hand. And you know, some of that's, it's the way they start. That's how they get involved to begin with. They walk away, their parents may not have an instrument, but they walk away and they say, Dad, that was fun. Mom, that was fun. And next thing you know, they start to evolve. So, I mean,
You could do it,
my
Ellen.
hats off to you guys. You guys do an incredible job. I like the program. I like the program immensely. I think you're well on your way. I know there's things that you're doing out there that we want to share over on Fish TV. So I hope that comes about so we can continue to propagate what you're doing and promote the entire sport in a package and move it along.
Yeah.
And you guys you have your own video, okay? So before we get out of here, we're going to say thank you for coming on, and then we're going to play your promo, okay?
Okay.
Because I watched this thing. You guys did a dynamic job on this. Unfortunately, you have to learn, turn the camera horizontal. For all you people out there that are recording video, if you expect it to go to any platform other than an Instagram or anything like that, you've got to get that camera horizontal.
Yep.
The TV is horizontal, even though we have some verticals behind us. Let's take just a couple of seconds and watch what you got going here, and then we'll walk ourselves out of here. I want to say thanks for coming on. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to do more down the road, Daniel. I have very little doubt of that. We're going to cross some paths eventually, and we'll see if it works. But I want the audience to see what you've done, what you guys have done. Who was instrumental in building your actual promo itself?
Actually, that's our walk-in. We did a lot of the video of it from our at-large here. Some of the people on here we call at-large team. They're scattered all over the nation.
Can't tell me the deck is stacked.
That's not a full-time position.
You can whisper behind my back.
Videos, he actually did the editing.
You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. But I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Now I'm rising. You can't bring me down.
Very, very nice. With that being
You
said,
can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie him to the ground. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going now. Ain't turning back around. You can't stop